Hello, February audience. One of my favorite poets is Emily Dickinson. And so sometimes I think that maybe she's like my historical soulmate. So like, maybe one day I'll catch up with her. But this is, a lot of her poems weren't titled. They were discovered after her death. This is number 330. There's a certain slant of light, winter afternoons, that oppresses like the heft of cathedral tunes. Heavenly hurt it gives us, we can find no scar, but internal difference where the meanings are. None may teach it, any, 'tis the sealed despair, an imperial affliction sent us of the air. When it comes, the landscape listens, shadows hold their breath. When it goes, 'tis like the distance on the look of death. So this is kind of one that's kind of partially steals from her. There's a certain weight that comes on winter's grayest afternoons that fills up each receptacle from bathroom tubs to spoons, the heavy lead of solitude, white mirror of the moon, cold but not the temperature, infinity in the room. So there's that one. And this is just, I don't know if you've ever been in a place where you just felt like you didn't belong. So this is never? That doesn't surprise me for some reason, actually. And actually this one doesn't, I never titled this one, so. I'm a table in the corner, a vase, that lamp. I'm the statue on the mantle. Nothing you'd ever run your hand down, nothing you'd ever linger beside. I'm the clock on the wall, ticking away the hours regardless of the time, or if anyone is there to hear. I'm the plant in the corner, a ration of water a few days a week, just enough sun to stay alive. I'm not the TV, which gets too much attention. I'm not the window that gets looked right through. And I'm definitely not the blanket, companion of naps, folded over there by the magazine rack. I'm the furniture that does little more than fill out a room, or an afternoon, suffering a long, slow rot of disinterest. Many years ago I was given the line, "The grungy grog groveled." And this is it was a poem. I mean, it sounds like a poem already, so. The grungy grog groveled before his gouty king, and all the sovereign soldiers stood at distance from the thing. It reeked of rancid sewers, and it looked like death himself. Folded on its knees, it begged and pleaded to the elf. The king was very angered by the actions of the beast. It had dug into the castle stores and had a private feast. No bread was left to toast next morn, no bacon round to fry, no steaks to grill this summer eve, and oh, the thing did cry. "I didn't mean to do you harm. Oh, please, your majesty, let me go, be on my way. Oh, please don't punish me." It drooled and slathered on the rug and teetered left and right, its teeth quite stained, its skin so black it swallowed up the light. The old king shifted on his throne and tugged upon his beard. He thought he'd have it thrown away, he might just have it speared. A club across its noggin or a blade against its throat. Yes, death would come quite quickly then, and that'd be all she wrote. But as the little grumbling grog wrung its hands so thin, the mighty king began to feel some changes from within. So though before him knelt a thief, confessed in crying passion, a jumbling of skin and bones, the king then felt compassion. The emotion was quite new to him. He was never very pleased, but soon the loving tenderness did spread like a disease. He bent down low, his joints aflame, to gently touch the grog, and shuddered slightly at its feel, so like a rotten log. Then upward glanced the pug-nosed face, and downward glanced the man. Two tar-black eyes locked with the gaze of blues that ruled the land. "Let him go," the king announced, while the soldiers gaped in shock. "He's already trapped in a cage that is forever locked." And with that, the troops led the grog out in the noon sunshine, and watched him quickly trudge along in through the forest pines. It went quite fast away from there, without a backwards glance, hugged its bloated tummy tight, and did a silly dance. It did not know the change it wrought in the ugly king's foul mood, the only thing in its small mind, digesting the man's food.